what drove him? Why did he want to run for Senate? Why did he?
Yeah, that's a really good question. He always cared about making the world a better place. He cared about justice and fairness for people. He wanted to see poor people get a chance in life. He wanted to see people who had disabilities or discrimination to be able to defeat that and go on. And so he always wanted to make changes. He said he believed that we all do better when we all do better. That's a famous Wellstone quote. And he wanted to go to the U.S. Senate to help make that happen.
So what was his views concerning healthcare? I know that he really wanted to do that. So why did he really?
Well, so there's two questions: healthcare generally, and then mental health care that you asked about. Just first on healthcare, he believed that it was a right of all people to have decent healthcare. And so when he got to the U.S. Senate, he had been part of the debate around bringing universal healthcare to all people for a long, long time. It didn't happen until 2009 under Barack Obama, and that was 7 years after he died. But he worked on it for many years because it was a debate that was happening in our country for a long time, and he was in the middle of it. He did have more success with mental health care. His older brother had serious mental health issues, and he saw in his own family that it took a big toll on his family to try to get treatment for his brother, and also it cost a lot of money. It wiped out their savings. And so he believed that it was important that people who are treated, that have mental illness, are treated the same as people with physical illnesses. That's called mental health fairness. And for a long time, insurance companies treated mental illness differently. But many people believe that mental illness is not so much different than having a heart condition or having a broken bone, that it can be treated through medical intervention. So he introduced something called mental health fairness and worked on that for many years. And it almost passed when he was U.S. Senator, but it passed after he died in 2006, and they named the bill after him. That it was so hard for people to get treatment, and it was so expensive, and he didn't think that was right. So that's why he made it a big issue. But then after, he made it his issue, he met so many people who had similar stories. So he just decided that it was a really important issue to do, and he worked tirelessly on bringing mental health fairness. And while he didn't see it in his lifetime, he made it happen.
Why do you think he was so inspirational to so many people?
I think it was because he made people believe that you can make a difference. A person can make a difference. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous. That you can make a difference in politics and in your country by just working hard, and also by getting people together. So when he ran his campaign for the U.S. Senate, he didn't have a lot of money, but he had a lot of people helping him. So he showed that a lot of people working together on one thing can make a difference. And that's pretty inspiring.